Hey peeps, let's talk about first contact and what it really is, and how it has nothing to do with aliens coming from other planets and coming here. First contact is you interacting with the aspects of you've been afraid of up to this point. The low vibration, the negative emotions, all these amazing aspects of the human, unapologetic human condition. Every single one of them. The ones that you've been afraid of, the ones that you've allowed someone outside of you to tell you what it is, what you're going to experience if you allow yourself to go there. And then you go there, whether you want to or not. And you have an experience, and then you get to the other side, and you didn't die, and you didn't shrivel up. Nothing really happened other than, well, that sucked. I don't really want to do that. But you did it. And you did it because you're a human and you can. And that is what being unapologetically human is. Unapologetically human is stepping up to anything that tries to take the human condition and says, you got work to do. You're you're not there yet. You're not manifesting this wonderful thing because you're only a human. You're just an ant being batted around by fate because you are the universe in a human a suit, and that's a less than thing. And then you realize how badass you are. You are so motherfucking badass that no other being wants to do what you're doing. Not these channeled beings, not these non-physical, whatever. All these things you're interacting with, they're telling you who you are. I'm sorry, you're not a human. You have no idea. It's the exact same way as people from other countries hearing on their media that if you go to America, you better expect all this. And then they come over here and they have a blast and it's fun. And nothing they thought it was going to be is. Yeah, guys, that's first contact. That's what first contact is. First contact is you interacting with a version of yourself you haven't met yet, and it blowing you away. It being so much fun and so empowering that you don't need to manifest all these paltry things anymore. All these things you were trying to manifest are nothing. They pale in comparison to the first contact you just experienced with yourself. Now, I know some of you are going to feel very let down by that. You were really hoping that somebody was going to come down in a spaceship and once again tell you how to be a better human. But I'm sorry, that's an impossibility. Unless you're a human, you can't tell another human how to be a better human. Isn't that preposterous? This is why your dog ignores you. Because you're trying to tell your dog how to be a better dog. And it's going, oh, shut up. You have no idea. You don't know. This is why your cat really ignores you. This is really why your cat ignores you. Dogs, they'll tolerate us. They're that loving aunt who's like, okay, I'll tolerate you. Cats are like, oh, be quiet. Go away from me. You don't tell me who to be. Don't tell me what to be. This is what I am inviting you to be a cat. I am really inviting you to be a cat. I tend to be a dog. I love all animals. I love all animals. I've had cats, I've had dogs, I've had them all, but I do love dogs because they do what I tell them to do. Cats. Oh, I really am inviting you to take on the human pride. Let's start stepping into being unapologetically, say your name. Say your name right now. I'll wait. Now, I want you to say your name again, but out loud. And now, what does it feel like to be unapologetically you? Unapologetically, and don't apologize for any version of you. Don't apologize for knowing depression. Be proud of it. Let's see Bashar do that. No. Bashar is up here vibrating high. That's great. You do that. But see, I can go all over the place and still come home for a steak dinner. Unapologetically you, in all your glorious colors, in all your glorious flavors. There may be some part of you going, yeah, but I don't really want to do that anymore. Then don't. Then don't. You can choose that. You can trust you enough to step forward into the dark because that's what's right in front of you. Right in front of you is the unknown. That's another thing that makes you so badass. I was just stomping my feet because I'm so excited for how badass you are. I am very much team human. So badass. You get to step up to the unknown. Think of it like going for a walk in the dark. Bravely going, I can do it. I can do it. I can go for a walk in the dark because I know I would never harm me. I know who I am. The kind of love, the kind of protectiveness, the kind of hospitality I am. And I know that I would never hurt, you could say anybody, your grandson, your children, your loved one, whatever. I would never harm in any way, shape, or form. I would never create a world where this special person couldn't go for a walk in the dark and not be absolutely confidently sure. That's the kind of God I am. That's the kind of world I create. That's what being a human is. Are you ready to step up into that level? Whew. That got big. That kind of got big for me. I haven't done that one before. That's first contact. That was my first contact right there. You just got to watch it on a video. And because you created this video, you manifested this video, that means you just had first contact with yourself. That's it. It's that simple. It's that easy. It is time for you to step up as the God of this reality because, my loves, you are. Whether you've been playing that you're not, because you can, because that's how badass you are. Bashar can't do that. Abraham Hicks can't do that, but you can. You've been getting to play, putting them up on a pedestal, and they can tell me how to be. But the thing is this, how's that worked out for you? It was a fun place to play in, but did it ever really result in anything really amazing? like super, like me, I manifested this freaking house, but it wasn't because Bashar gave it to me. It wasn't because Abraham Hicks gave it to me. It was because I gave it fucking to me. And see, you see what just happened? The little welcome to Team Human. We get to do that too. We get to have so much fucking pride in the human team that we can growl, we can gnash our teeth. We get to have so much pride in this badass being. And knowing, I said a minute ago, the God of your reality. Sorry, but Bashar doesn't exist without this God. Abraham Hicks doesn't exist without this God. They weren't there before until I manifested them. And they came in and played with me. And their playing with me gave me the introduction to how badass I am. Because there was things they were saying that I was like, wait a minute. That's, talking about an emotional scale and, oh, this is all fun up here. Ooh, don't go down there. Now you're just a human and you do tend to do that, but you want to stop doing that now. Would I do that to anybody I love? Would I create a reality that is as fragile as that? Emotions that are a condition, a human condition that is as fragile as that? Fuck no. To somebody I love, I would give them the most badass, strongest, most powerful, most magical outfit I could conjure up. I would give them everything they wanted. I would never hold something away from them. I would never dangle it out there like a carrot. I would never, ever motherfucking do that. And my loves, you won't do that to you either. In the unknown, that's right here. In every moment, you have no idea what's going to happen next. In this next moment, a plane could fall out of the sky and squash me. I have no idea what's going to happen next. Now, would I drop a plane on myself? No. So I'm not worried about that. And you see, this is that peek into the part of you that would never do that to you. I can go for a hike out in the woods and not be worried about bears or mountain lions or anything like that, because I would never do that to me. That's first contact. You just had your first contact. Now, how are you going forward?
Girl. 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 Girl.